Right, it's 8 in the morning and we're off. Well, we've already knocked off 3Ks. It's 12 degrees. We're just waiting for the sun to peek over the hills. It's sort of getting close. Maybe another 10 minutes, we might see some. Great stay in the camp last night. Apart from getting absolutely massacred by sandflies. We put sunscreen on, but they just, not sunscreen, insect repellent on, that would be a better thing to use. But they're just so many. Maybe that's the sacrifice you make for camping near a lake or camping on the west coast in general. So anyway, we've only got Haast tonight where we're staying in a cabin, so we should be protected a little bit there. And then once we cross over the range to the other side, I think we'll be sandfly free, at least that's what I'm hoping. Anyway, no coffee this morning, so energy levels are, as you'd expect, lower than normal. Slight detour to look at Lake Maraki. Very peaceful. Some beautiful reflections this morning. Look at these big old twisted trunks. Well, we're here nice and early, but I think they are doing some roadworks twice a week. They close this road from 12:30 till 4 and have done for the last few months while they're doing some repairs to some big slip or a bridge or something. Oh, it's good they put a lookout here to give us a break. Knight's Point lookout. Nice view of the sea, beautiful day. Probably can't see it, but down there, maybe looking further over here, there's lots of dolphins. You might see them splash. Maybe this is why we're being detoured. They're all abseiling out there. Probably going to set explosives, I heard. Short stop at Ships Creek. Maybe we'll spot a shipwreck from up the top. Okay, all the plants slope up the bank. Must get some pretty harsh winds down this coast. Sea's just over there. Must be a big one-way bridge. It's got 2 passing lanes in it. Passing bays, should I say. It's the Haast River. Wow. Alright, we just came over the Haast River, or the Haast Bridge I'm guessing, and look what we have here. It's a surprise cafe stop, so it's quite nice. Got our first coffee, which we were gagging for, and this little part of the river here looks beautiful and clear, so I think it's time for the famous bib short swim.
He told me it was warm. It's warm, it's 22 degrees. Watch his face. Oh. It's not bloody warm. Freezing.
No, that's it for the day. Even with a swim, I think it's probably only just after 12. Coming into the Haast village. Makes such a difference to pull into a place on a nice day. You know, we've been here before. It's probably raining, probably cold. That looks like us. I'm pretty sure it was Aspiring Motel. Though I don't think we're in the motel, I think we're just in a room, shared facilities. For $100, and it was going to be $52 to camp. So $100 for a bed, and I'll dry the tent out yet again. Oh, nice accommodation. We're in the backpackers, but got this sort of communal lounge, kitchen, dining area, some rooms downstairs. Ours are just upstairs behind those windows. Just a basic room, obviously, just a bed, PowerPoint, that's all we need. But you know, beautiful day, so good opportunity to dry off all the tents and the sleeping bags, and then have a wander around town. The hard antler bar. Look at all those antlers. Very nice pub. Unexpected. Great. Well, I had another venison burger at the Hard Angler Hotel, I think it was called. Antler. Hard Antler, that's right, not Angler. We've got a big day tomorrow because we're going to go over the Haast Pass. But the weather looks good, so we can early start and see how we go. Well, what a fantastic stay. We went at the motel, I think maybe it's all in one, but we stayed in the backpackers. Really nice shared facilities, nice, really clean, lovely people also staying, other bikepackers, which is cool. Look at this day we're welcome to again. I won't turn you right round into the sun, but we have got hardly a cloud in the sky. Oh, a moon in the sky, that's all. We've got a big day today. We're going to go over the Haast Pass, which was 600 metres of climbing or something all at once. We've got 50 k's to warm up before we get there. It's 8 in the morning. We had to delay our start because we want to get breakfast for tomorrow. This is the only probably challenge down in these parts, is you don't have that many food options. The next place we're going to, there's a garage, a petrol station. Maybe I'll get the last mince pie. Who knows? Anyway, off to the dairy. We've got a 50k gentle climb, and then we hit the pass. But look at this countryside. Just riding into the hills. I imagine we go as far as we can through the gully until we have to go over. So far so good, no traffic. Long straight roads. Unfortunately there's a headwind. It's a beautiful ride through the Haast Pass. Still on the flat bit, but amazing to see all the, I guess, the Southern Alps sort of all around us. And again we're doing that walking thing. Apparently we're not allowed to take our bikes down here. We're going to go see the Roaring Billy Falls. It's a 25-minute return, I think. Well, there she is, Roaring Billy. It's been really dry down here lately, so they're saying that these river levels are really low. Like you can see, I'm walking on the riverbed now. Still got quite a way to go before I get to the river. Just imagine what it's like in winter when it's in full flow. Anyway, couldn't resist getting all the way over to the river. It looks beautiful and clear. Well, the water looks beautiful. It goes pretty deep here. Falls just there. It is a cool place to be. Well, the Haast Pass has been an amazing ride so far. Just working our way up through this valley alongside the river with the big mountain ranges around us. The odd peak of snowy mountains up there. Beautiful day, fantastic. A few other cycle tourists riding alongside us now and then, which is great. We have got another 15 k's to go before we stop at Pleasant Flats for lunch, and then we start going up the steep stuff. Just pulled into Pleasant Flats, which I guess is just before Unpleasant Hills. Actually, it is just before Unpleasant Hills. Bit of shade, bit of lunch. I'm looking at all the food I'm carrying, and I'm thinking I'm going to eat anything that looks heavy. Mentally, that makes it feel like my bike's lighter. Right, last stop, Pleasant Flats, before the hill. So 500 metre climb to get over Haast Pass. And then I guess that would mean we're officially leaving the west coast. It's been great. I won't miss the sandflies. Hopefully this is the last lunch spot we have to spend swatting our legs. Here we go. Alright, Haast past update. We've broken the back of it. Well, I've got 230 metres more of climbing. Problem is, my bike computer is saying it's 33 degrees. The sun is just baking on my back. But anyway, halfway there.
How's the Haast pass?
Good, 200 metres to go.
Okay, cool. See you soon.
Alright, so we've got 135 more metres to climb, and it's stinking hot, as I may have mentioned. And look at that. I don't care if there's practically icebergs coming down the river, I'm going in.
Don't,
That's beautiful.
don't go too far downstream.
Okay, now I'm cold.
Okay. It's refreshing.
Icy cold, but beautiful. Well, we made it to the top of the Haast Pass. It's dense forest here. You can get a lot of views when you get to the top. But anyway, Westland there, Otago there. So I guess we're heading into the Otago district. It's important when you get to the top that you swat off all the sandflies, because there's sandflies there and no sandflies there. That's what we're hoping. You don't want to bring them over. It's important when you're doing the Haast Pass to ride fast so they don't latch on. More walking into to the Blue Pools, but turns out that the bridge to the Blue Pools is down, so maybe you can't even get to the Blue Pools. Alright, made it here. The river level is low, like it was so much bluer last time I was here. But anyway, you can have a swim, but I've only just dried out. And your wife's back in the car park waiting, so I better make a move. Welcome to Makarora. I think I'm saying that right. This is where we're staying tonight. Oh, actually, maybe it's 4 k's down the road. Your wife will be wrapped when I tell her that. Whoops, forgot to mention, we're not here. Keep going. Anyway, looks beautiful by the river. We just arrived at Makarora Cafe and Camp. Beautiful spot. We can camp anywhere we want out here. I'm thinking right where the bike's fallen, that's the spot. Our friends from Switzerland are just there. We've just enjoyed a cold ice cream with them. And the cafe / bar looks beautiful, so we will be probably popping in there for a cold beer and maybe dinner. Love today. For a day on the road, it was fantastic. The scenery was just beautiful the whole way, despite the fact that cars may go past you at 100 kilometres an hour. Anyway, time to set the tent up. No more mucking around with the camera. Beautiful dinner, matched perfectly with the big bottle of Spates. You happy?
Delicious, so happy.
It's good. No one has to cook dinner. Alright, we had a fantastic stay at the Makarora Cafe and Camp. Got to stay in their orchard out the back, had dinner in the cafe, just had a morning coffee. Lovely new owners, they go out of their way to be nice. They gave your wife a cucumber for lunch instead of a muesli bar, and the muffin as well. So that was really nice. So we have another fantastic day, as I'm showing you now, and a tailwind by the looks of things. We've booked the ferry crossing in Queenstown. Unfortunately we couldn't get on the Earnslaw, which is the old boat, but we have got on a more modern boat, which is a shame, but at least we didn't lose a day. It is really hard. We're only booking like 1 or 2 days ahead, you know, and right now we're in sort of Wanaka and Queenstown. We sort of struggled a little bit to get campsites and things, but anyway, it's all sorted now. We are in, you know, the peak of the tourist sort of region, so it's expected. Anyway, another great day, and we're heading to Wanaka via Lake Hawea, so should be a nice ride. As we cruise into Wanaka, I'll play a little game. What looks out of place on the wife's handlebars? Would it be the water bottle? No. I think it would be the big green cucumber. The more we ride, the better it gets. This is Lake Wanaka. I guess when we hit the bottom there, that might be where we get to Lake Hawea. I think they get quite close to each other. But look at this water, it's just beautiful. It gets more and more glassy as we get further down by the looks of things. It's summer, so there's no or very little snow on tops of the hills. But yeah, very cool riding so far. Even the traffic hasn't been too bad. Okay, we've left Lake Wanaka and now we've cut across the neck, and now we're in Lake Hawea. And if you look on the right hand side, that's the road we're going to be cruising on, right along the edge of the lake. I tell you what, that road on the left, which is gravel, looks even better. So lucky to have a beautiful day yet again. This looks like the spot for morning tea. No reservation required. Wow, I love this side of the Alps. I mean, the west coast is nice with the bush, but definitely my preference is these rolling hills with the dried grass, the rocks, the lake, beautiful colours and beautiful contrasts. I guess right at the top of the lake there is Lake Hawea Township, and from there we go onto a cycle trail. It has been so long on the road, probably since Ross. Just turned up at Lake Hawea Township. It's a hive of activity. We're back to civilization. Not very often my mum gets in the water, but after a bit of encouragement, probably the first swim in New Zealand for a long time.
20 years.
20 years, you reckon? Well done. Right, we're rolling out of Lake Hawea after a fantastic swim. Look, I was the only one in bib shorts swimming, so maybe the trend isn't catching on. But you know, that's not going to stop me from swimming in my big shorts at the beach. And yet again, I'm wondering why I packed togs. So anyway, we're rolling out of town. I think we're at risk of getting off the roads now. I think it said something like a 20-kilometre cycle trail into Wanaka. So that'll be fantastic. We've been on State Highway 6 probably since Ross. I can't even remember how many days that is. Is that 4 days? The drivers have been good, but it's a 100k road. You know, it's a main state highway. And though they've been really good, it only takes one to not see you, and it wouldn't go down well. I do, in reflection, wish I'd bought a lightweight you know, vest, you know, like a fluoro vest to wear on those sections. That's why I've been wearing a red shirt every day. I've been washing it every single day, putting it back on again. It's my most visible shirt. So yeah, I would choose a visible colour if I was doing this again, or bring a vest. Anyway, we're okay. We're on the trails now. Woohoo! We are off the road. I reached forward, turned my front shock back on again. It's been a long time since I've done that. And check out the stream we're riding next to. People were just swimming in it back there. It is beautifully clear, on rocks, and this path just goes along beside it. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm still wet from the last swim, I'd be in there again. Imagine sitting in a inner tube or something, just cruising down the stream. Nice way to spend the afternoon. Oh, until you get to this fence. That might be a bit challenging in an inner tube. Yeah, it was fun up till then. So we're just cruising through Arrowtown, which is on the cycle trail, on the way to Wanaka. It is fantastic to see everyone enjoying the river, jumping off the bridge, canoeing, swimming. Beautiful spot. For all my subscribers that are into flowers, these are pretty amazing, and they're growing sort of all down the side of the trail. We are just pulling into Wanaka. It is a hive of activity here as well. It feels weird. We've been quite remote for a long time, and now just to have so many people. Yeah, anyway, looking forward to getting to the camp, which I think is just on the other side of town. Alright, it's well, it's morning. I don't even know what day it is. We're just leaving Wanaka, but we thought we couldn't leave Wanaka without going and seeing the Wanaka tree. It's early in the morning, it's 7:30 in the morning. Excuse me, I'm still croaky. And we're up early because we want to head over Crown Range. We want to miss some of the traffic. So yeah, 7:30 in the morning and we're off. It is a beautiful day, and I think there's a bit of apprehension between both Gina and I on this big climb. I think this will be the biggest climb I've ever ridden. I know we had probably my biggest climb in the rough gravel the other day, but I spent most of that pushing the bike. Today we'll be pedaling. So off we go. So last night we did two silly things. First off, decided to walk to the supermarket. That was a 5k walk. Tell you what, I was sore after that 5k walk than I am after the 75k ride we had leading up to it. Next thing we did wrong was going to the supermarket when we were hungry. My bike has got more stuff on it now than ever before, and we're about to do the highest climb. Okay, I turned around. I'm not in the habit of, actually I am in the habit of picking up things on the side of the road, but I usually draw the line at clothing. but I'm in need of a high-vis vest, and I just found one. It better not be too grotty. I've stooped to a new level of low, but look at that. She's a beauty. I'm like a traffic cone on wheels. Safety first, boys and girls. Welcome to Cardrona. We made it. Now this is dangerous, putting a pub halfway up a hill climb. Good thing about taking your wife bikepacking is she can go shopping as long as she likes, because there's no room on the bike. Relatively safe. Well, it's 20 to 10. Apparently I'm not allowed to order beer at this time of the morning. I've got to wait another 20 minutes. Probably a good thing. Beer doesn't do much for my motivation. Cardrona Hotel has one of the best garden bars ever. So last time I was here, a few of us stayed in these rooms along here with the doors that open straight out into the garden bar. They have these greenhouses which are nice in winter to keep warm in, so you can have a drink outside even when it's maybe snowing. It wasn't snowing when I was here last, but we had been skiing. And then they usually have all the fires running and you can get marshmallows and stuff. So it's usually a hive of activity, especially after a long day skiing out here. Anyway, we have stalled enough. We're a third of the way up. I think we have to go to 1100 meters and we're at about 600. Alright, don't adjust your TV set. This is my new bright colour for the day. Seems like fate to find a high-vis vest. There's a lot of traffic whipping past us on this Crown Range. Good time to have the vest. You know, I might even wash it. But anyway, whoever dropped this vest on the side of the road, thank you. Doesn't say anything about cycling. Okay, 260 meters more climbing. Gradient hasn't been hard at all. Well, you know, steady. What's hard is the traffic whipping past you. E-wife's nerves are shot. She's going to need therapy when she gets home. For, you know, you are putting your lives in the hands of the motorists, and it's 1 in 30. Seems a bit crap. Anyway, look at this guy. Hardcore. He's towing a trailer with his luggage.
Feels like climbing Mount Everest, but here comes Carlos to the top of the Crown Range, and the summit is 1,076 meters. I found that tough on an e-bike, so I do not know how Carlos feels. Woo! My God, you made it! Thank goodness.
I think Sir Edmund Hillary would be proud of me. No Sherpas, no oxygen bottles.
I know, that's how I feel too.
Hardest thing was the traffic. Jeez.
Yeah, the traffic is terrible, eh?
Please, we both made it.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Cool. Well, top of the Crown Range. Not sure what that is in the distance. Might be Queenstown. Queenstown is by the edge of the lake, so it could well be. You know, we get to go down that road now. It's even steeper on this side. I'm hoping, because we'll be, well, at least I'll be flowing with traffic. Your wife's a bit slower on the decline, so I hope she'll be all right. But anyway, I think once we get to the bottom of this, we go onto cycle trails to steady the nerves again. Wow, check out this view. So that is Queenstown on the left hand side there by the lake. You can see the airport there. So when you're standing here, all the aeroplanes are actually coming through this gully actually below where we're standing now, going into the airport. It's a beautiful approach. I think over to the right there, I think that's probably Arrowtown. So we're going to make our way over there, and as I said, all on trails and things, which is going to be beautiful. An amazing valley. Maybe this is where it starts getting rougher. Yep, four-wheel drive track. There's an amazing view on this 4x4 track. I guess that's where we're dropping down to. And then ultimately over there. What a beautiful valley. It's been a great little 4x4 track. Dropping down off the Crown Range into Arrowtown. Here she comes, not bleeding, that's good. Some beautiful old houses on this part of the town. Sort of a gold mining town, so there's lots of gold mining memorabilia and things. Oh, it looks like a market day on. Got to be one of my favourite towns in New Zealand. It's beautiful scenery, and now and then you want to stop and sit on the park bench and admire the view of the power pylon.